Last week I introduced you to 3 brand new characters I'm going to play in World of Warcraft Classic 20th Anniversary Edition, and the choice was yours. Which one should I play? Pally, Hunter, or Rogue? And after a week's worth of viewing, you guys decided unanimously that your favourite was the Rogue. And so here he is, Nightfall the Rogue, in all of his glory. What a stupendously handsome being. Just don't call him by his real name. And over the next few weeks or months or however long this takes, you, me and Nightfall are going to go on an amazing adventure, full of laughs and fights and deaths, and I actually can't wait. So, join me and Nightfall as we start out on this epic adventure. Firstly, leaving Northshire, place that we grew up in, place that we levelled in, a place that we loved. On to bigger things, and over into Goldshire. On the way to Goldshire we meet old mate Falcon. He tells us all about his mate, Innkeeper Farnley, who runs the Lion's Pride Inn. We'll go and pay him a visit, and he might give us some snacks while we're there. And it's got to be said, the nostalgia of running from Northshire all the way down to Goldshire, Elwynn Forest, with its majestic beauty, it absolutely brings back those feels that I had 20 years ago playing this game. What a phenomenal game. Now coming into Goldshire, you may notice that it's only actually the inn, a blacksmith, and a few buildings around it. It's not that big of a village to say. Back in the day I remember this being a lot bigger, or so it felt. But heading over to Marshal Duggan, he tells us all about what we need to do in Goldshire. Essentially McBride has sent us over to help him out in Elwynn Forest. There's a lot to do, and we need to first go and visit the Fargo Deep Mine. Looks like kobolds have overrun there as always, sneaky little bastards. But before we go anywhere or do anything, let's head into the Lion's Pride Inn. We need to reset our Hearthstone. This is going to help us in the future to travel back here super quickly. Let Innkeeper Farley know that his mate has sent us down and select some pumpkins. They should keep us alive later on. And reset that all important Hearthstone. We can also learn cooking from Thomas. He's an apprentice cook and he's going to teach us the basics that we need. Cooking's going to be really vital for us as we level up. It's going to keep us healthy, keep us fed, keep our health up, and give us some little buffs as well.
How kind of you.
I can then head upstairs to go and see Michelle. She's a physician and she's going to teach us how to make bandages. Bandages are so much quicker than healing using food, and it's going to be vital to keep us alive, especially between fights, keep us active and keep us leveling. On the way out, I noticed that William has got a quest for us as well. He basically makes candles and he wants us to go into the mine and have a look at some of these kobolds and nick some of their candle wax. I'm heading there anyway, kind of makes sense. Bit more leveling, bit more experience, absolutely up for it. And on the way out, there's another chap. It is Remy 2 times. He's called Remy 2 times because he says things 2 times. I'll give you the best price in town, best price in town. He is, he's an odd chap, but he wants some gold dust. I'm heading to the mines anyway. Few quests in one, let's go for it. But before heading out to the mine, we do one of the most important things that you start with in WoW, which is choosing profession. Now, for me, in this run through, I want to do herbalism and alchemy. I think potions are going to be really critical for us, especially during our leveling journey. And when we want to start messing about with the Horde, yeah, I think those little buffs are going to come in clutch. It'd be rude on the way over not to kill some of these mangy wolves. These are going to give us some ingredients as well to help our cooking and leveling. Now, in this instance, we get ganged up by both a young wolf and a forest spider. I'm not too worried. We're level 6, these are on level 5s. I think we can take them, no problem whatsoever. I am missing some major evasive techniques though. I don't have anything that's defensive, anything to raise my defense, dodge, or anything like that just yet. All I can do is stab and pray that I can kill them faster than they can kill me. Getting closer to the alchemy trainer and the herbalist trainer, there's some Defias Cutpurse. These are level 6 and above, so they're not as easy to take out as those forest spiders were. But I do find out that gouge is brilliant. I can gouge, run behind them, and then, yeah, try and backstab. That completely missed, and then he parried a follow-up. Don't know how you managed to do that when you've been gouged, but this is classic WoW after all. There is zero forgiveness in this game. Heading up the hidden hill, we finally find the alchemist and herbalist trainer.
Hey there.
Now, the herbalism is going to be brilliant for us. It's really easy to pick stuff as we're going around. We're just basically picking flowers. But alchemy, as I mentioned earlier, is going to give us a lot of stuff. This is going to give us some strength potions. It's going to give us potions for agility, for health, for healing, defense. Absolutely anything we can think of, even down to water breathing. It's going to make our life a hell of a lot easier. Now I'm really hoping this is going to be the look of this character, because as soon as I go outside and head outside and find herbs, there's a silver leaf. I'm going to try and collect it. Now in Classic WoW there is a chance of this failing, which it doesn't. Again, this could only be a good omen. I'm really hoping that this rogue is going to be just a phenomenal character. and I can't wait to see what it's going to be like at level 60, raiding and messing about with it. Now, being completely honest, I already have a level 40 on this server, and it wouldn't be fair for me to just transfer gold over or transfer bags. I do have other characters on the server and other things that I could do to make my life a lot easier, but I don't feel like that would be the right experience for this rogue. So, for instance, my priest, who can very happily make bags for me, both woolen and linen at the minute, I don't think it'd be fair for me to go and just do that because it's not the true classic experience. This rogue is going to basically do everything by himself for himself. And with that said, it's probably a nice time for me to say to you guys, thank you. We had over 1,000 views on the last few videos, and doing WoW and playing a game that I love for you guys to watch is really cool. So thanks for making that possible. I really hope you enjoy the series as it goes forward, and please leave comments and let us know what you want to see in the future, what you'd like to see me do. For now, I'm going to head over to these 2 fields because I know that these quests link up, and it's going to save me going into the mines more than once. As soon as we get to the mines, we have to deal with these stinking kobolds again. The dirty little buggers. Sat with the candles on their heads, but at this level, I'm not too worried about them. I'm not doing a lot of damage with only 1 single dagger. Definitely need dual wield as we level up, but for nowsies, I can definitely get rid of these guys with a few combo points and a quick eviscerate. And down they go. Super easy, as long as it's only 1-on-1. Heading over to the Stonefield farm, we first go to Auntie Bernice Stonefield. Auntie Bernice Stonefield has definitely seen better days, bless her, and she's going to tell us all about a lost necklace that she reckons Billy from the other field has seen. We're also going to get told by Ma Stonefield about Princess Must Die. She's been eating the vegetables or wrecking the joint or something, so we're going to go over there. But first things first, let's head over to the second farm and we can see what's going on. But on our way out, we see this no mage. Now, I was going to say amazing no mage, but he's a gnome and he's bald. You just really shouldn't trust a no mage that's bald. And as if that conversation about bags was planned, we go and find ourselves a small black pouch. It's only 3 bags so far, but that is going to really help us on our quest to be able to carry all the gubbins that we get, because there's a lot of it. Over at McLure farm, I'm hoping it's spelled McLure, we find Billy, and the little shit won't tell us where the necklace has gone. He's a bit hungry. Now, we all know what this means, and so frustrating you can't spit on Billy, but what he means is he wants us to go and get one of the famous boar pies. We can do that, no problem whatsoever. We just need to go and kill some boars. But before we go there, there's another quest here by Mabel. Now, Mabel.
How are you?
Mabel's looking for her lover, Tommy Joe Stonefield. This is a little bit of a Romeo and Juliet situation right here, but let's just take a look at Mabel for a second. I'm pretty sure she would prefer a dashing rogue, especially someone as buff as Nightfall. Oh yes. Doesn't seem to be working. Let's go and find her secret lover instead. Back at the Stonefield farm, and with that piece of meat that we need from the boars, Auntie Bernice Stonefield will reluctantly make Billy his pie. She really hopes that he chokes on it. To be fair, I do as well. He's not a very nice little kid, is he? And before we leave the Stonefield farm area, we're going to head over to find Tommy. And as much as I was giving it the big I am to Mabel, Tommy Joe Stonefield, have you seen that kid's neck?
Hey there.
That's genetics or something, or, you know, anything's possible. But this guy's definitely been, he's been working on those lats and he's been working on those traps, maybe more than anything else. Continuing in my new job working for DPD, I can head back over to Grandma Stonefield and let her know what's going on.
Farewell.
Essentially, Tommy and his missus want to get together, but they can't. Romeo and Juliet story, as I said, and she suggests going to see William. Now, he's in Goldshire, but I've got more things to do. So, firstly, let's go back and head over to Billy and give him this pie. But, before we go anywhere, there are herbs to farm. There's always more herbs. Over at the other farm, there's been an absolute massacre. There seems to be a few low-level players farming boars. Maybe they've watched too much South Park. I thought I'd join in and just kill a few myself, but the mage over in the distance, wow, yeah, they are surrounded by bodies of boars. Heading back over to Billy with his pie, and he suddenly remembers that he may have lost the necklace down in the mines. Now, that's fine by me, because all my quests now are pretty much within the mines, and we can go and head over there. Now, I did always like the Fargo Deep Mines. There's something about the way that it's set up, it just, yeah, I really like the layout for it. Now, being a rogue, I can stealth, one thing I've started to notice, especially now, is these guys, the same level as me, are seeing me as soon as I walk past them. It's not like it is in retail, where you just stealth, that's just what you are. This has definitely got line of sight, so if you stand in front of the mob and you stealth, they will still see you. And here, I'm having to fight 2 different kobolds, just because I didn't go around the back of the guy. And because they're so twitchy in their NPC path as they're walking around, it's really difficult. If only there's a way later on I could distract them somehow, that would definitely make this easier. Further into the mine, I have to start doing some tactical pulls. I can't use stealth because if I aggro, I'm pulling 2 and 3 things at a time and having to run away. And I don't want no deaths on this run. One thing I have found though is that while I'm pulling these tunnelers, if I hit him with a gouge, go behind him, and then hit him with a backstab, it does twice as much damage as Sinister Strike. This is taking him down a lot quicker, and I'm taking a lot less damage too. As I remove the rest of the kobolds, I finally find myself face to face with Goldtooth. Now, this guy is higher level at level 8, and he brings his mate with him as well, so not ideal. Luckily, using the tactic of gouge, going behind him and backstabbing him, I get off quite a few crits. This is building my combo points as well. Now, because he's higher level, he's dodging a lot more than he should be, and parrying a lot more, and I'm missing a lot more than I should be as well. I'm still using a starter dagger, only doing 6 damage per hit, and they're hitting me for 9. Not ideal. Paladin comes running past and does, well, nothing to start with, but then pulls the miner off me. This really saves my life. This definitely could have been a death. Luckily, I do still have a potion on cooldown, so I could have used that.
How generous.
But, yeah. Thanks, Paladin. I'm not going to try and pronounce your name. Back outside and heading back over to Auntie Bernice, I can finally give her necklace that she's been missing. She's absolutely chuffed and gives me some lion-stamped gloves.
See you around.
These don't have any stats on it, and they're still grey items, but an upgrade is an upgrade, so I'm quite happy with that. It'd be rude to not grab some more silver leaf along the way. I'm an absolute sucker for these gathering games. Oh yeah. Level up that herbalism, baby. Back in Goldshire, I can catch up with Remy 2 times and tell him what I've done with the Goldus exchange. He's very happy, he gives me a bag of marbles. I think that might be what he's lost, and that's why he keeps repeating himself. But regardless, I level up to level 8. Happy bunny, means I can get some more skills. I can sell all my crap to this trade vendor and make a few silver. I'm still absolutely way off where I need to be able to buy anything of value or to be able to replace my bags, but for now, this is where we are. We're going to keep leveling and keep seeing where we get. I can also hand my quest back into Marshal Duggan and let him know all about the Fargo Deep Mine. He's not very happy and he wants me to check out the Jasper Lode Mine to see if it's exactly the same thing. I can tell you now, mate, it is.
Be careful.
Also spoke to me about some further concerns of these things called murlocs. Now, if you're a fan of World of Warcraft, you know exactly what a murloc is, and it's one of my favourite creatures within the game.
Good day to you.
Heading over to William,
Safe
I can
travels.
give him his candle wax, and he's going to give me some glowing candlesticks. Cool.
See you around.
He now wants me to take his delivery up
Safe
to
travels.
Stormwind, DPD
Have a good
special
one.
delivery. Next day, see
Safe
what I can
travels.
do for you. He also tells me about collecting
Have a
some
good one.
kelp, because it's going to make a potion to make the 2 lovebirds see each other without anyone else knowing. And this right here seems like a great time to start leveling some of my alchemy up. Grabbing some of these empty vials, I can now create some more minor healing potions and some minor defense potions. These last for over an hour unless you die, which is brilliant. And healing potions, well, I feel like we always need these. I'd love to do the elixir of lion strength, but I need to find some earth root. These are only available at level 25 herbalism, so I need to do a little bit more leveling first. With that out of the way, I can head back upstairs and find my mate Kerin. She is a rogue trainer and she's going to teach me all the roguey ways. Eviscerate rank 2, number 1, and yep, definitely worth getting, nearly double the damage. Evasion's fantastic, 50% dodge chance is great, just 50% cooldown isn't the best. But she's also got a quest for me. I can't get this till level 10, so I will definitely be back to come and see her. There's nothing available to train right now, so yeah, 2 more levels and we'll come and see you for that amazing slice and dice. Carrying on from the Young Lover's quest, I need to kill some of these murlocs. These are going to drop me something called Strange Kelp, or some sort of kelp, and this is exactly what he's going to use to be able to make these alchemy potions. Now, I'm wondering if he's going to teach me some invisibility potions afterwards as well, but my guess is probably not. These murlocs seem to go down quite quickly, but they do take a lot of damage and give me a lot of damage as well. First of the Crystal Frond kelp drops on the first mob. I've still got a few more to go. See what I can do against 2 of them. It only takes a few minutes for me going through some murlocs to find the final piece that we need. The final kelp, and that is the quest done. I also get a rust-covered blunderbuss. I'll definitely be able to vendor that. Back over to Goldshire. Heading back inside the Lion's Pride Inn and speaking to William, and giving him these crystal frond kelp that he's been asking for, he can now make this potion. It's going to take him a minute, which is absolutely fine. You crack on, son. I'll make myself busy, I guess. And in order to make myself busy, I'm going to get rid of some of the goods that I've got, because I don't really need them, and clear out my bags. I've still only got limited bag space, it's not ideal. But he does shout me over and let me know that the potion's ready.
Something?
He's also going to give me 5 minor healing potions for doing this. I've just made an absolute ton of them, but healing potions are healing potions, we're always going to use them. While heading over to the next quest area, we finally find that earth root that we've been looking for. There's actually 2 on this little mountain crest here, and this is normally surrounded by Defias, but we've had some other people around here trying to get rid of them as well, so this makes it a little bit easier for me, and I'm finally going to be able to make those elixirs of lion strength. Create one of those potions, give me that extra little bit of strength, kill things a bit faster. It's all about efficiency, leveling as quickly as we can, and giving ourselves all the tips and tricks and tools of the trade that we can do to make this leveling process as quick and as smooth as possible. We don't want to keep dying, do we? Heading back in to see Maybell with this elixir of some sort. We just ask her just one more time. Are you sure he's the guy for you? I know he's got traps for days, but let's give it a go. She's not interested at all, and yeah, decides she's going to drink the potion. Not the best start to the heartbreaker that is Nightfall's adventures. But regardless, she takes the potion, becomes invisible, and can go and see her lover in the other field. Let's just hope they both don't drink poison together or something stupid like that. Next place we're going to go to is the Jasperlode mine. Once inside the mine, there's more kobold miners. Now, these again don't take too long to go down. They're only level 6. I'm currently level 8, nearly level 9, but my bags are full. And yeah, not ideal. I've got a feeling there might be some chests and some loot in here, and this bag space is becoming a real pain. I might have to go to the auction house and pick up some bits and pieces. Deeper into the mine, we noticed the chest that we were definitely looking for before being ambushed by a mine spider. Now, these spiders don't do a lot of damage, but they do put on a poison dot. And while that poison's on, I can't stealth and I can't use bandages, so not ideal. Sometimes I do have to pop a potion, especially against these guys when my health is very, very low. I'm missing a lot, they're parrying a lot because he's a higher level. It's not ideal, and we're trying our hardest not to die. So far, 0 deaths. Let's keep it that way. With the way clear to the chest, I can finally loot this bad boy, and fingers crossed, we've got something amazing. We're thinking about a green dagger, we're thinking about a green BOE that we can sell, and we get nothing. A bit of earth root, not ideal. Okay, back to the drawing board. Let's pull some more spiders. We're nearly level 9. Might as well get this XP while we're inside here and work our way out. Deciding to channel my inner ninja, I can stealth and jump off the rafters before trying to take out this kobold miner, but again he spots me. I really need to find a way to distract these guys. He's not going to take long to take down. There's a warrior in the background, he's mining away. Hopefully he might help me out if I get a bit stuck, but with that final eviscerate, I've dinged. Level 9, everything is going great. These guys are now green for me, which means I can take them out super easy, and I shouldn't be parrying or missing or dodging as much as I have been. Really easy to kill these, make it out of the mine with no problem whatsoever. Now, being level 9, I feel like it's time to finally fight Princess. Princess on her own isn't too difficult, but she's got a bit of an entourage. You know, people like to follow the princess around, I guess. I've got lots of cooldowns, and we're going to give her a go. A quick backstab that takes down to 86% straight away off the bat. The marbles are great because it means she's going to now miss me 25% of the chance, and it means I can start getting some shivs and some sinister strikes and some eviscerates in. Now, as my health's going down, I can pop evasion as soon as those marbles have run out, which gives me another 50% chance to dodge. Pop a potion if I need it, no problem whatsoever, before taking out Princess. Now, Princess starts parrying before she dies. She's desperate, she's flailing, but she does eventually go down. And with that, I can grab the brass collar and run for my life. Potions are on cooldown, evasions are on cooldown. I've got absolutely nothing to keep me alive, and I'm 2 taps away from dying. But luckily, these balls are stupid. If I jump over a fence, they've got to run all the way around, and they very quickly lose combat. Managed to make it out with that with 0 help. Further up the road, I can speak to Guard Thomas. He's going to tell me about these further concerns that's been going on in this area. He knows about the Murlocs, and he wants me to go and find 2 of the guards that he sent, which is Rolf and Malachi. These guys have been missing in action, and we'll try and find them. He also wants me to look at some of the wild animals and get rid of those, and then speak to Grey and Stoutmantle over in Westfall. Now, we're not going over to Westfall, that's miles away, but what we will do is go and find these guards and clear some of these rabid animals, including young forest bears and some forest prowlers. Don't need the grey wolves. We'll clean it up. Further upstream, there is the grisly remains of one of the guards. Now, I don't know how big his ribs have got from dying, but we're not here to question that. All we're going to do is try and figure out what's happened to him. And by looking into him, we can find that Malachi stone has been etched into one of the medallions that's been left on the body. We look further up down the stream and there's Murlocs. I'm guessing that's where the other guy's body is. Before we get ourselves tangled with all this Murloc problem, let's go over to the Eastvale logging camp. We've got Sarah over here who tells us about a Defias problem, and if we bring back some of them bandanas, she's going to make us a nice t-shirt out of them, which is fine. And then also the supervisor is telling us about a bundle of trouble. Looks like some of the wood's been left in the woods and she wants us to go and collect them. Woods in woods, eh? No problem whatsoever. Before we go on to that, let's clear some of the bags.
You need something?
My guy Ralik is going to look after me and get all of this crap that I don't want in my bags. So anything that we've got that's basically not stuck down and not worth anything, we're going to sell. Now, don't look at where it says auction and it says gold, because a lot of these are not selling for that type of gold. Don't trust the auction house mod unless you know exactly what you're looking for, because if you've got a grey, it is definitely not selling for 10 gold. What we do need to do, however, is deal with these prowlers. These are level 9 and level 10s, and they hit like an absolute truck. As you can see at the bottom, I've got my attack speed and their attack speed, and they're attacking a lot faster than I am and hitting for a lot harder than I am. I'm having to pop potions, I'm having to run away. We definitely need some upgrades, and we definitely need some better weapons. With a twist of fate of good luck, we do manage to find Rolf's corpse. Looks like someone else has cleared out the Murlocs for us, a level 10 warrior, and I'm more than happy to just jump in and just loot that body, no problem whatsoever. Let's grab those medallions and finish off these young forest bears, prowlers, and collect all these pieces of wood that apparently no one else can go into the woods and collect. I think everyone's scaredy cats around here, but if they're going to pay us for it and give us XP for it, happy to do it. Now onto the Burlock bandanas, and it's the Defias rogue wizards that we need to deal with over on this little lake in this little island. Now these are casters, so these go straight through armour, they hit like an absolute truck, and I've got nothing to really interrupt them. Or have I? Actually, I figured out using gouge and using the same techniques I was using on kobolds. Not only can I stun them, I can then backstab them from a lot of damage as well. And as if my luck was in, I found myself a sturdy quarterstaff of the whale. Now apparently this sells for over a gold in the auction house, and that makes me very happy. And less than 2 minutes later, trading sword of power. Another one that should sell for well over a gold. This is definitely going to help us to be able to buy those bags that we need and to increase the storage capacity, because we're really struggling. Once I've got all these quests lined up, I can go back to report to Thomas and let him know what's happened to his mates. And also let him know that I've dealt with some of the wildlife. He's going to give us some better healing potions, which I'm not going to be upset about at all. These are going to keep me alive for even longer than the ones I can currently make. Heading back over to the logging camp and speaking to the supervisor, giving him the bundles of wood. And yeah, that's it. She's going to help me ding to level 10. This is amazing, because it's going to allow us to finally spec into one of our talents. Assassination, combat, subtlety, or a mix of all of them. But that's for another day and for another episode. For now, let's get rid of all this crap that's in my bag still to Ralik, and let's go and hand in the rest of these quests. Giving these red linen bandanas to Sarah, she's going to give us a t-shirt and a sash. Not too bad about the sash, but the t-shirt looks, yeah, pretty dandy. I like the red, definitely against the white. Now before we head back to Goldshire, which is pretty far anyway, we might as well head over to the next area, which is Redridge Mountains. Now while we're all the way over here, we might as well grab that flight path. That's going to save us running all the way from Goldshire past the logging camp. And on the way, I think it'd be pretty rude of us if we didn't grab some more herbs. It's all going into the alchemy. Another thing you probably forget playing retail is just the difference of variations of zones, especially when you're running on foot. Redridge Mountains, for example, is just absolutely gorgeous. There's a level 15 warlock over there fighting some gnolls, which that will be me very soon. All of these guys look over here very difficult, and straight away we're attacked by a red level tarantula. We can try and outrun it. It's going to absolutely batter us, and we're definitely going to need to pop a potion before it kills us. We're not too far from the flight point, and we're going to keep running until they lose aggro. And look at that. Absolutely gorgeous little village. It's phenomenal. Again, this reminds me back in the day of this feeling a lot bigger than it was. And before we get the flight path, we have to get attacked by a black dragon, of course. Firing fireballs through the land. Classic WoW, classic stuff. With aggro finally lost, we can go and get the flight path.
Can I help
now,
you?
there's nowhere we can currently fly because we don't know anywhere else. We've not been Stormwind yet, but we can Hearthstone back over to Goldshire. There's a lot of quests to hand in and a lot of experience to be gained. Back in Goldshire, we can catch up with Marshal Duggan and let him know exactly what's been going on with the kobolds over in Jasperlow Mine. He's also extremely interested to know about Guard Thomas's report about the Murlocs and about the wildlife heading over to Eastvale Logging Camp. And for my sins, he's going to give me a voucher to get some new pants if I go into Stormwind. No problem whatsoever. Just not yet. I am now level 10, and it's time to learn those skills that I've been looking for a long time.
See you around.
Kerry, the rogue trainer, is going to tell me to seek out SI7, which is one of the secret divisions of spies and rogues and stuff. And she's also going to teach me Slice and Dice, Sprint, Dual Wield, and Sap. Slice and Dice is really useful, especially for keeping up damage. It's going to increase my attack speed. Sprint is going to allow me to get away from situations or when I've got a long distance to run. Dual Wield, exactly what it says on the tin, it's going to give me 2 weapons in my hands. And Sap's brilliant when I'm trying to fight 2 humanoid creatures, and I can sap one and make it unavailable to fight while I deal with the other. Before being able to dual wield though, I do need to get another dagger. And heading into the smithy, I'm giving Elmore's task, which is to deliver a parcel over in Stormwind. Now, I can't do that just yet, we're going to do that in the next episode, but for the little amount of 4 silver and 1 copper, we can get ourselves a stiletto. I don't want to buy 2 because I'm only down to 15 silver now, but it does mean I can finally dual wield. This is going to be absolutely game changing to the amount of damage that we can do. And there we have it. My journey from level 6 to level 10 in Elwynn Forest. I've had so much fun in Elwynn Forest. It's one of my original zones that I ever played this game in, and I absolutely love coming back here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series so far too. We're going to be leveling next from 10 to Dead Mines. Absolutely, I can't wait. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace!